Welcome back
to the McDonCast. Unfortunately, Patrick is absent once again. Hopefully, he will be back next week. Trying to coordinate recording schedules across states and time zones is absurd and ridiculous, but we're making it work.
Where we tell you how to bury your dead bodies right.
Sure. This is the Halloween special.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, Bill and Ted is gone, and we have
Tom and Jerry.
We have Tom and Jerry the dog.
No, he's radical.
Sure, he's something. He's a guy. There's a guy, and he's here, and his
The point
name is Guy.
is that you have been welcomed to the spooktacular Halloween special, which will most likely come out after Halloween.
I will try to get it done as fast as possible, but as most of the new viewers know, I've been streaming every single day for the last 2 months, so having time to edit is almost impossible.
We were going to have this be a fun episode with various Halloween games in it, but we took 3 weeks off and a million things.
There are the things, and
there's 15 trailers to go through.
Things.
So we're not gonna do the games. We're just gonna go through the news so that
there's a lot of news, and it's cool. Some of it's actually interesting.
So we can go to bed at some point. We're just gonna do news today.
Let's just skip.
Okay, but you can enjoy the fun Halloween atmosphere. We got lights. We got a skeleton dog. We got tape. We got a pumpkin that's probably off camera.
No, it's on. I made sure it's in the frame.
That's good.
Some of it is. Actually, no, the whole thing's in frame. We're good.
Ooh, spooky pumpkin.
All right, starting things off with the gaming news. But it says gaming time, but we call it gaming news every single time. Tucker just put the wrong word.
Gaming time.
Alrighty, but starting off, we have Gotham Knights.
So, of course, while we were gone, DC Fandom Dos. That's Spanish for
audio.
Oh, no, copy strike!
Okay, we're good.
We still get copyright claimed for this sometimes, anyway.
Like, we don't even make any money on this channel.
And they copyright claim our stuff.
Wow, did you see the physics on that cape?
Thanks, Warner Brothers, for copyright claiming our thing that we played the Matrix trailer in.
What's that thing?
So anyway, DC Fandom happened. There was only a little bit of gaming stuff spread in there.
Two main things.
Two main things.
On vacation.
Two main things. We got the Gotham Knights trailer,
which is what you're watching now.
Which is what you're looking at here,
and is mostly the Court of Owls. That's the main.
Yeah. The big focus of this trailer is the story trailer, which is Court of Owls focused, obviously.
So yeah,
we got the Penguin, we got the Nightwing,
we got all the bat
related things that aren't Batman.
Anyways, yeah, I mean they're fighting the Court of Owls. I don't know. There's not a whole lot else. It's a Gotham game. You know the thing. You know the thing, as Joe Biden would have said it. Thank you, Max, for the delayed sound effect.
As always, Max shows his pretty much zero.
Put your phone on that side so Tucker's microphone picks it up better.
Anyway,
Suicide Squad killed the Justice League.
Hang on.
We don't need to talk about this for the full duration of the trailer. That'll just increases our copyright strike chances. So this one, just I don't know. It just looks like another. It's a Gotham game with some different characters.
Takes place in the Arkhamverse.
It does look visually. It does look better than Gotham Knights, I think.
Probably.
This one is PS5 and Xbox Series X exclusive.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I mean, every video game at this point pretty much looks good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's fine. It looks good. It'll be fine. Probably. I don't know. Is it a choose your own adventure game or is it just like RPG combat game?
It's like an action.
Like a platinum
game? It's like
an
open world kind of action.
Is it going to be like Batman Arkham Origins?
It's going to be a mix of kind of Batman Arkham City type gameplay, but also guns.
Fun. All right.
And anyway. Brainiac is, of course, the... Okay, you cannot. Don't do that every time.
Next thing.
Moving on.
To the really important stuff. Minecraft Live! Oh. Did you guys see the news about the Minecraft guy from the Dream SMP?
What?
I don't care.
Okay, we're not going to talk about that. I'll tell you that off the podcast because that's really screwed up. Anyway, Minecraft Caves and Cliffs Part 2 is coming out at the end of 2021. I think next month. We'll add additional... This is stuff we already knew. Additional build height. Old worlds will be blended into the new world generation. All worlds will become deeper, so I guess the bedrock will just move. Minecraft will be coming to Xbox Game Pass on PC November 2nd, and it will include both Java and Bedrock versions, which is very cool. Minecraft Dungeons also gets a new seasonal adventures thing.
Just a turbo on it. I'm sorry.
Yes, sorry. Okay, anyway. But yeah, so they'll be getting a new like season-based combat sort of battle pass type thing is what I'm assuming that means. And we also got the winner for the mob vote, the Allay, which I wasn't paying attention when they said what it did, but I think if you throw an item down, it'll go find items that are similar. I think that's what it
And it has
does.
something to do with music blocks.
And I think that's how you summon it. I think you summon it with music blocks, and then it can pick up stuff for you.
That's neat.
So
It beat
I wish the copper golem got picked.
yeah, I mean, all the mobs this year were kind of useless. I mean, the glare I feel like would have been the most useful, but
the
design-wise, he was
Copper
also the least
I
interesting.
think the glare
Wait,
got the least amount of
but-
votes.
He did.
But the copper golem, we haven't gotten a new golem for a long time, and everybody's been asking for it. Plus, it can press buttons, which is way cooler. And the Allay seems like it's probably not going to be very useful.
I mean, it's cute though, so whatever.
Yeah,
I think it'll be fine.
yeah.
Wow, you missed.
Kobe.
But we also got. Oh, you skipped some stuff.
Oh, right. Okay.
We also got a new update as to what the next Minecraft update will be, which is the Wild update, and will include the, I guess now the last third of the Caves and Cliffs update.
Yeah, they cut it even more.
As well as a swamp and desert update, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's going to add a new biome called the Mangrove, which is a forest that exists on top of water. It'll be home to new wildlife, including frogs.
And only including frogs.
They're adding frogs to the game, Sam.
Which is cool. I think frogs should have been in the game for a while. I'm not a huge fan
They
of
don't
the
have a
design,
purpose.
but, I mean, they look cool.
I could imagine what it looks like.
They're also adding boats with chests.
That's actually pretty cool.
That was the thing that they announced.
You
They
can
should've
put
done that
When did
chests in boats.
When did they announce the original, like, Minecraft update? Remember the update vote? Where it was like we were going to do the swamp, the mountains, or
Right,
the
yeah.
desert and the mountains one. And then that's how we got Caves and Cliffs. And then this looks like sort of a combination of the desert and swamp update.
How hard is it
But
to add?
the boats with chests in them was announced way back then, before the first mob vote even. So
Why can't they just
I
add
honestly,
all
I don't
three
know why they
mobs?
didn't just put chests and boats in the game. Just why does it have to be swamp related? Like it's just a chest and a boat. That seems like something that just should already be in the game. But whatever. I don't make Minecraft.
They're also adding tadpoles and fireflies, which the frogs eat in the mangrove biome.
And the tadpoles naturally is part of how the frogs
It'll also have a
spawn.
new tree regeneration system that allows you to pick stuff off trees and then replant them. There's going to be any type of wood. They're adding mud.
Very awesome. We love mud. We love mud here on the podcast.
They're also
That's proper use of the sound effect. Good job. Tooting your own horn, literally.
Stop.
they're also this is also going to be when they're finally releasing the rest of Caves and Cliffs stuff.
Yeah, the final part, the deep dark.
The deep dark biome, which will which
They've
they've
added a lot of
upgraded.
stuff, too.
It's
They added
a
a lot
whole
of
new
stuff to
thing,
it.
basically.
There's a city in there
Yeah,
now.
it'll now be a deep underground ruined civilization.
There's
Which
these new-
the copper golem could have spawned in, but not.
There's a new block where if you get near it and it senses your footsteps, you go like blind temporarily, which I think is like really scary and really cool. And the warden, just every time we see him, he just gets a little bit more scary.
Yeah.
He also has a sense of smell now. So used to he could only hear you, but now he can also smell you. So, I mean, why at that point just why not just make him see things? Like I don't really get the point of that, but whatever. I don't make Minecraft.
They're also adding a new enemy to the deep dark on top of the warden called the Shrieker.
Yeah. Well, I thought the Shrieker was the block.
Yeah, I think that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, that's the one that makes you blind. It's not an enemy. It's just a block.
Hang on, let me check real quick. Let me fact check Sam because he's often wrong.
You didn't even watch the Minecraft live. I did. You were watching DC Fandom.
That's right, DC Fandom. Okay, it's sort of a block, but also it doesn't move.
Yeah, it's a block.
Okay, it's weird. It is. I guess it's a block.
It's
though.
a mean block. Anyways, I think that pretty much does that cover everything from the Minecraft live.
Sam, are you excited for the new Minecraft?
Yeah.
Do you think they're ever gonna make Minecraft 2?
No. What is it? Is this 1.18? So, okay. Here's how decimals work. You go 1.1, and then 1 through 9, and then once you hit 9, it becomes a 2. It doesn't become a 10, and then an 11, and then a 12, and then we're almost on 20.
See, I hate to say it, but Fortnite did it right. Fortnite, season whatever, chapter whatever.
Well, you can't really chapter Minecraft because it doesn't have an ongoing story.
Still changed it
Like,
to it.
Fortnite has an ongoing story. There's no ongoing Minecraft story.
Yeah, there is.
Anyway,
Steve's gotta get pork chops.
and then go to Smash
And then
Brothers
go to
and beat up
space.
Pikachu. Anyways, Nintendo Switch Online.
Nintendo Switch Online. $50 membership.
So, if you were ever like, oh man, I really love the nothing that comes with Switch Online other than bare bones features that should just be free, now you can pay $50 for
The same
an
thing.
N64 emulator, Sega
crappy
Genesis emulator that you could also just buy for like $20, and some
an
Animal Crossing DLC, which is the only thing I think that has value in this little thing.
Unfortunately, this new upgrade is $30 extra on top of your $20 1-year subscription.
Now, the
Which,
good part is,
in all fairness to Nintendo,
$20.
if you look
Fair
at
price.
Xbox Live is it Xbox Live?
It's Xbox Live Gold,
and PlayStation, whatever theirs is called.
PlayStation Plus.
Those are both $60. This is $10 cheaper than that, and you get like
Once
a
a year.
massive host of games. You get like N64, you get Sega, you get NES, SNES.
When do you
it's
ever
only once a
play?
year, so.
When do you ever actually play through a Sega Genesis?
Well, I
game?
don't play Sega games. Just
No, but I'm saying like nobody sits down with like.
I mean, sometimes I'll pop it on and be like, oh,
Yeah, but no one sits down with like Alex Kidd and goes, "I'm gonna play through Alex Kidd to completion." You don't do that with any games like pre N64 to an extent, but really pre GameCube.
Well, but Ocarina of Time for the 3DS is still $20.
That's true, but this is $30 on top of your.
But you also get Mario Kart and
But it's
the
30.
other ones,
It's $50
and Animal Crossing.
a year. And if you cancel your subscription, you will lose the DLC. for
You do?
Animal Crossing. Yes.
Okay, well that's just stupid. But like, how much is Netflix? Or like, how much is like? There's so many subscription things that are like.
Everything's a
Just as
monthly
expensive.
fee.
I mean, if you think about it, this is only $4 a month. Because if it's once a year divided by 12.
Yeah,
It'll only be-
like that's
you'll-
really
you'll-
not that bad.
That's less than Disney Plus, which is only $8.
I'm
And you
still
only
not
get
paying
2
for
shows
it.
a year if you think
Yeah.
about it.
I'm not paying for it though.
I'm not either.
It's
None of
not-
that doesn't interest me. But like for the people that do want those
For
things,
people
I feel
that
like that's a
love-
decent price for it.
Especially
love
since
Sega
it launched with
stuff.
like 6 and 64 games.
Yeah, I mean, and
Which
is
is the main-
Banjo-Kazooie on there?
Nah.
No, oh, that one's coming.
Not yet.
though.
That's
yeah.
coming.
Guys, Banjo-Kazooie is coming. Just wait a little bit longer. It's still in development.
All right.
When did we make that Banjo-Kazooie video? We made that before we even had like Brian's
It
life.
had to be
A long
like
time
6
ago.
years ago
I
at
was
this
in
point.
like 3rd grade.
Don't look it up.
Don't look up Banjo-Kazooie from
It was-
Hardware
it was-
Studios.
Yeah.
It was 5 years
Oh,
ago.
why is
or
this
less,
blank?
Because we were in this house.
Oh, okay. I was gonna fill this with other Animal Crossing
Oh, there was
direct
a ton
stuff.
of Animal Crossing stuff.
I didn't put it up here because I want to go
I'll
find
just
it.
tell
all.
you guys. So yeah, bunch of new content. We got farming, so you can farm like different vegetables, which you can use to make different recipes, which you can use to cook food now, which is all very cool.
Which is basically an entirely new game.
Which is a new, yeah. This is like a new game.
It's now it's fully it's fulfilled its completion and turned into Harvest Moon.
Yeah, it is now the ultimate chore simulator. The cafe is a thing. What do you do in the cafe?
You just kind of drink coffee,
Is that it? You just spend bells?
pretty much.
All right. The cafe is a thing.
I mean, I assume it'll do something.
Well, and like in the trailer, they were like, you can go to the cafe with your friends and get a cup of coffee. And I'm like, why
maybe,
though?
No, maybe they'll make it like when you eat fruit, like it'll give you energy, and you can like cut down trees and stuff.
Well, maybe, but like, why would you spend money on that instead of just grabbing a free orange?
Because it's a fun little gimmick. You can drink the coffee.
Well, technically, law of increasing opportunity cost. If the coffee is less than 300 bells, then you would make more selling that orange than you would lose from, the coffee. So technically, by eating an orange, you're spending more money than you are at the coffee place. But none of that's important.
Or maybe it's like it gives you like.
Boom! That's why you drink the coffee.
Anyway, yeah, a bunch of other stuff. They added you can now access furniture from outside. They added a new editor mode for people who just want to perfectly fine tune their island. But I think that's only part of the DLC.
I think they're adding dividers too, so you can make rooms inside your house.
Yeah,
you can block off certain parts.
Yeah,
of your
they're
house.
adding a ton of stuff.
It's a whole new. I think they're calling it just straight up Animal Crossing 2.0.
Yeah,
but it is. It is also the last major content.
It's the last big update. Well, the last update period that isn't.
I didn't put any of this stuff on the slides.
So yeah, that's all cool. And then a $25 DLC pack based on Happy Home Designer.
It's essentially the same game,
but it also adds an editor mode for your island. That's literally just a world editor.
Yeah.
So you can just edit faster, which should be part of the game.
The current when you in Animal Crossing New Horizons, if you didn't play New Leaf,
your character has to physically move around.
Yeah. The way that you can move furniture in New Horizons, where you just kind of go into the editor and you can flip all your furniture around stuff really quick.
Only works inside.
Oh, which only works inside. But that whole mechanic was introduced in Happy Home Designer, the 3DS spinoff.
Yeah.
Because before that, it was all manual. He had to just move stuff around and push things. That whole UI was designed for the 3DS because you could use the touchscreen, but that's not important. But basically, the whole idea of Happy Home Designer, the spinoff, was it was basically just the home design part.
Oh, but okay, so this is something that I just thought would be interesting to point out. Do you remember in the first Animal Crossing where you could get the Game Boy, but the NES games and stuff like that? Yeah. That's what that's what the Switch Online thing is. It comes with the Animal Crossing DLC and then also the games that were in that game.
Good point.
So now it's the same. Anyway, Ubisoft developing a new Splinter Cell.
Sam, you mean our best friends over at Ubisoft?
Ubisoft, as we like to call them, are making another
Splinter Cell
game. If it doesn't actually look like an anime, I'm not buying it.
No, I think this was for the teaser for the Splinter Cell anime that they're doing on Netflix.
Well, I'm not gonna watch that either, but whatever.
But this is the first new Splinter Cell game in
over a decade.
Yeah, in forever.
And I'm not going to play it. Xbox makes a mini fridge. Let's go!
Woo!
Yeah, baby. That's what I'm waiting for.
Fridge. Oh.
It only holds 4 cans of Coke, or 8, I think. 4 in the top and 4 in the bottom.
It cannot run any video games.
It doesn't run games. It just looks like an Xbox.
But you can pre-order it, or maybe you can just normal order it.
It might just be straight up on order. We added this 3 weeks ago.
As you can tell, this was from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it says October 19th.
That's what happens when you don't schedule things.
So that was a week ago.
By the time you're seeing it, it's November 5th.
And then in the last part of new things announced, we got a new Pokemon. New Hisuian form.
Let me go back on that. Yeah, Pokemon.
You didn't add this, did you?
No, we did this
look
today.
up Hisuian Zoroark. So they posted this really cool teaser. So the new Legends Arceus game is supposed to take place in sort of feudal Japan.
Yeah.
So they added this really cool teaser to their YouTube channel where it was sort of found footage, but it was really really old because it would have been in the feudal era. So it was an ancient camera. Yeah. And they teased it. And then they announced it later on, and yeah, I think he's now a ghost normal type, which is interesting typing. I don't think we've...
Ghost normal?
Yeah, it's...
Some would say that's ghost.
I don't know if we've seen that before. Well, okay, the problem with ghost normal is, ghosts are immune to fighting type moves, right?
Yeah.
Because, a punch goes through a ghost. Normal types are weak...
What are you doing?
I don't know what he's doing. Normal types are weak to fighting type moves. So this is just a worse ghost.
That's what I'm looking for when I get a ghost.
Anyways, so...
these are the first normal ghost type, because it's a dumb combination.
Anyways, all that aside, we got some... You're right. Don't throw up on your laptop.
We're good.
All right.
We're good.
Business... Oh, did you... never mind. We can get into that later, too. I'm not going to do the reference. Elden Ring... What are you doing, Max?
I'm trying to grab this thing.
Okay.
What is going on? Wait, what is going on? There we go.
Elden Ring delayed. Shocking. What a shocking...
Again!
What an astounding turn of events. Who could have foreseen this?
I don't understand how
Wait, the fact that the game's been in development for like 8 years and we barely know anything about it even now. Cool.
You're fired. We don't even pay you.
So, that's
We're
cool.
paying you an exposure.
PlayStation 5 finally outsells the Switch. Is this the first time the Switch hasn't been the best-selling console since its launch?
PS5 has outsold the Switch. The Switch has been the best-selling console every month for the past 33 months.
Has it? What has been outselling it since it launched? What even
Nothing.
came out? It hasn't been just the best-selling.
It's
since
been the best-selling console pretty much since it came out.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
PS5 would blow it out of the water if they didn't.
Yeah, 33 months that's like 3 years. Came out 2017. That's about right.
Somewhat.
Roughly about a year, about 2.5 years.
I don't think it was for the first few months it was out just because new console.
Because you couldn't get it, but yeah.
Which was the reason the PS5 didn't pass it.
Yeah, same exact reason.
Until now.
Which, by the way, I went to Best Buy a few days ago. Still 0 PS5s.
Nope.
None in stock. Anyway.
Leave a comment if you love the fact that
Leave
the Switch...
a comment if you like not being able to buy stuff because of global shortages. See, that's a good... Use it ironically. That's the best way to do it.
Patrick...
Ooh, I got a text. Ooh, he says, yeah, well. Oh, okay.
Thank you, Patrick. What's he saying?
Oh, he says he's not going to be on there.
Well,
Okay.
thank you. You told us that 30 minutes after we started.
Well, I told him that if he wanted, he could still call in if he
All right,
was
that's
done,
fine.
but I
Whatever.
guess not.
We're going to
Anyway,
keep going. FIFA. The video game license to the FIFA soccer franchise.
No longer controlled by EA.
EA has lost it.
So
FIFA...
EA has no Star Wars. They has no FIFA.
Well, they have Star Wars for now. They
so
don't have
has no game.
exclusivity.
They has no games.
So EA,
Bye-bye.
they're so terrible
Bye.
that the FIFA League was like, we're done with you.
Oh no.
We don't want to work
free to
with you
win.
anymore. So they're shopping the game license around to other companies, seeing who wants them.
Microsoft.
Microsoft will take it.
This will be a horrible move for EA. All they'll have left is Madden, NHL, NBA games. I mean, what are they going to do?
Keep selling those.
EA.
Probably.
I mean, what are we going to do without EA?
We're gonna what?
They're my favorite company.
I mean, without EA, we won't be able to play.
Oh,
Madden.
jeez. I can't.
Oh,
play
wait.
Star
Do we
Wars
play
anymore.
other than Fallen Order? Have we ever played any EA game ever?
Oh, Rocket League. No, have you ever
I've played it one time.
I don't even. They didn't make that though. I think they were just publisher.
Yeah, no, Epic Games makes Rocket League, or they own Rocket League. I'm pretty sure.
So, sorry EA. I hope you.
Sucks to suck.
Yup. Have fun
Bye-bye.
exploiting all your employees.
Have fun with your lawsuits.
Okay. Oh, I guess I didn't put a slide on this, but also, God of War is coming to PC on February 2022. The
Awesome.
2018 one, not the PS1 one or PS2 or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. TV time. TV time.
TV news.
Trailers.
Trailers. We got Peacemaker. Who cares?
Sam, look
Look,
at.
look, he's shooting a gun.
Oh,
in
that's
his
low
butt. That's
resolution.
funny.
Just leave. Can we even show this? I'm pretty sure there's blood in this.
Oh, can we?
Yeah, don't show this one. I'm pretty sure this one
I
gets...
don't think this one's bad, right?
I'm 98% sure there's gore in this trailer.
I didn't mean to do that.
It's It's James Gunn. He's got...
No, I think there's cursing, but nothing. We're good. We're fine.
Okay, whatever. If there's blood, let us know in the comments.
It's Peacemaker. It's Peace.
Guys,
I
if
mean,
there's blood after we already edited this and posted
Let
Do
us
you-
know in the comments.
just let us
do you
know.
like James Gunn things? Do you
If-
like James Gunn being as
Look,
James Gunn as James
but-
Gunn as ever James Gunn?
Oh, look, he toweled it like penis, but it's can of thing.
I like that joke.
James Gunn is such a genius. We love James Gunn here. Okay, anyways. That's cool. I mean,
Look, back at
Again,
the-
more DC fandom stuff.
yeah, you guys know we don't care a whole lot about Peacemaker. If you like it, cool.
I mean, we'll
It's
probably end up watching it anyway.
It's Suicide Squad 2.5.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
got John Cena.
All right.
Skip.
Let's keep going.
is
Naomi, Sam, do you love DC?
Sure.
Do you love shows about people who are just kind of living in the DC world but don't really do a whole lot?
Is this like, maybe? I don't know. What is this about exactly?
So, let me find an official synopsis.
Is this like, you know that one Clone Wars episode about the two girls who work at a laundromat and they just sort of are around in Star Wars?
What?
But like they don't do anything.
Okay, Sam, let me tell you what Naomi is all about. Okay, let me tell you what's
she's
about.
passing out.
Why is,
But
okay,
it's
Sam.
Superboy. He's coming to rescue.
Coming
That's it?
2022, baby.
She just goes into school and
It's
then
a
passes
clip.
out on the road?
It's a clip, Sam.
But what? Who is Naomi? What is who is that? What is happening? Is this all we have? Is there
the
any
only
more
footage.
information? Is she a comic book character?
Yes, this is based on the comic book series, also, which is called Naomi.
Who is this person?
I'm trying to find a synopsis here.
Does
give
she
me a
do
break.
anything?
The show follows a young woman on her hero's journey,
That's it?
according to IMDb.
Okay. Cool.
Hang on,
So-
I think I found
Great,
one.
I guess. Awesome.
Okay, here we go. The series focuses on Naomi McDuffie, who is that girl,
I figured.
and follows her as she unravels the origins of a supernatural event that rocks her small hometown of Port Oswego. Naomi's journey will take
What
her
superheroes
to the
are
heights of the multiverse as she navigates her high school life and the origin of where she really comes from. Ava DuVernay and Jill Blankenship serve as series writers and executive producers under DuVernay's Array Filmworks, while Amanda
what is she like?
Marsalis executive produced and directed the pilot episode.
Is she like Themysciran or Kryptonian
I
or
think she's
something?
from another dimension.
Well, yeah, but like where? Like just being from another like.
I don't know.
You can take a dude from another dimension.
Sam,
but
how do you
most
think-
of the people in the other dimensions are just also regular
How do you think they're
dudes.
going to do these great multiverse adventures on a TV show budget?
They will just cry and then run out of money.
I think
They'll have the same budget as the Flash CGI.
I think a lot of these whole multiverse worlds will look surprisingly similar.
Every time they're running into Flash, it's just
No,
like
it'll look exactly the same, just with a slightly different color filter over the screen.
Yeah. Get hyped!
Like how Earth 2 was just sepia tone.
Yeah.
And how Earth 3 was just like blue.
we have to save them.
No, what will end up happening is all of the CW superhero shows are like 90% soap opera drama.
Yeah.
Because this is like, there's no action and it's all just teenagers, this is going to be like 99% soap opera stuff. And then like once a season, she'll
Great.
probably go into another
I
dimension.
too am a fan of telenovelas with superheroes in them.
That's right. We're all big fans here. All right, moving on. So the Harley Quinn. Okay, this guy Cam ripped it from his TV. I didn't think that's what this footage was, so I just won't even play it.
Harley Quinn TV animated cartoons getting a third season.
They didn't play a trailer because they don't even have any finished animation except for this teaser they did. But they just did a sizzle reel. It's more of the Harley Quinn show. You like the Harley Quinn show? There's more of the Harley Quinn show.
Which had a fine ending. I don't know why they're making more, but
I don't think
whatever.
they announced a season 4 while they were there, but they're also just still animating season 3.
So that would make sense.
All right, we'll move on from that. You can look it up. if you
Young
want.
Justice Phantom. Are you caught up on Young Justice Phantoms?
I watched the first 2. I haven't seen the most recent one.
So, Alien.
But they
racism
played the trailer
is
and
the
then
plot.
released the show the same day. It's on HBO. The
Well,
first
the first
2.
2 episodes. And
first
they're
3.
releasing one every
They're coming
Thursday.
weekly, which I don't like.
Beastie Boys?
No, they didn't release. They released the first 2. The third
Yeah,
one
and then
came
now
out
they're all
last week.
weekly airs. But yeah, I mean it's Young Justice. The last season came out like 2-3 years ago.
There's
now.
a 4-year gap between every season of the show at this point.
They all have in canon they all have like however many year time skips.
Yeah.
But like it's been like 2 years since the last season even came out. So
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
again, it was another thing where they transferred owners or transferred studios.
Yeah,
and no
I mean
one
this
was
show has been
Yeah.
Well, the Young Justice
3
animation has
different
always been
networks
not
have
great.
aired this show, and
The
it's
story
only
of Young Justice is what makes it what it is. The animation has always been
which season
not the
3 was
greatest.
not
That's
great.
a lot of blood.
Oh, dang, that's a lot.
Oh, that guy's back?
Yeah, he's always there.
That's not. Yeah.
Megan has hair again.
Yeah. You mean Magan?
Magan.
Megan.
Mm.
Magan.
That is a lot of blood.
What's her last name?
Oh,
Her last
Moore?
name's not Jones, is it?
No, it's like Moore's.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is another thing where it was on Cartoon Network first 2, moved to DC Universe, DC Universe shut down, moved to HBO Max.
now this is on HBO.
Now it's on HBO Max. This did not get picked up for a season. I think this is probably gonna just
Yeah,
phase
I mean
out.
it's good. So far, it's been good.
It feels like this show in general has lost its time in the sun. It feels like it's just like an old
It's a bit
DC
past
show.
It never got the chance to finish itself.
Well, it never got a chance to like get big because it got canceled and then it was like, and then they brought it back like 8 years after
when they were in the middle of the story.
Yeah, and at that point no one really cared. So this will probably end up being the last season.
Yeah,
but it's okay. It's a good show. I mean, you can watch it.
Check it out. It's a good show. Anyway, this trailer looks so cool, and I saw so many people complaining about it.
I don't know anything about
this
anime.
trailer looks sick. This is the coolest anime live-action trailer I've ever seen.
I like that they did the 80s type. Like,
yeah, well, they did it the same way as the intro for the show. And then the editing where they're like, just watch. Yeah, that's so cool. Why are people complaining about that? This is awesome. Anyway, I saw a lot of people on like Twitter complaining that, they don't look right and the editing's too fast. And I was like, it's like, that's...
Well, that's what you call a Netflix
point?
budget.
That looks so good.
Look at all the pretty colors.
The problem with anime shows is that, you can, like, whenever the camera shifts like that, it's clearly mimicking, like, the camera angles of, like, a manga panel.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool. I think that's a good I think that's what anime shows should have been forever.
I think this is the best I've seen of a
Netflix live action
Is
anime thing.
This
Really,
is like a
live action.
follow-up, right? Like, this takes place after the show?
No.
Or are they just doing the show again?
Huge mega spoiler alert for Cowboy Bebop. At the end of the show, he dies. So this is just a live action adaptation.
Okay.
Yeah, he gets shot.
That's a boring way to kill a guy.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I think
I won't watch this because I don't care.
Man, the Discord
Anime
is popping off. Okay,
dumb.
Flash Season 8. Why did we end the trailers with the Flash Season 8?
Because that was the one that came out after everything else. This one didn't even come out at fandom. They dropped this like 2 days
for you.
So this is the Season 8 trailer for the...
Barry Allen, and that's a
So,
guy.
as we know, the next season of The Flash will start with a 5-episode pseudo-crossover story arc, but it'll cross over with all the canceled Arrowverse shows.
Awesome.
So you'll see here in a second, we're going to get some of our favorite characters
like
to show
Flash gloves. I like
there's Black Lightning, there's the Arrow, there's Batwoman, there's the Atom.
I like how all that they showed during the reveal for this, like they spent almost 30 minutes just talking about his boots, how his boots are yellow.
No, they didn't even show this at fandom.
Yeah, they didn't show this.
The only thing they showed of the Flash TV show at fandom was the boots.
Literally just that his boots are yellow now.
He's gonna get the yellow boots from the comic book. The villain of this will of course be Despero, who, if you don't know, does not look like a weird red-haired man.
Look him up. What does he look like?
He looks like a big hulking fish boy with an eye in the middle of his head.
I mean, they've changed characters.
But there's the logo for Flash Armageddon.
Wow. You know for a fact
Armageddon!
once a show starts doing like a crossover every single 2 episodes, it's done.
They didn't do a crossover at all last season.
Or season before that.
No, they did the one before that.
They did a ton of Arrow crossover stuff.
No, they didn't.
No.
Yeah.
No, they literally did none.
What they did.
No.
Because of COVID.
You didn't even watch the last season.
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Anyway, move on.
Anyway, the boots is the next thing.
Yeah.
There's the boots! Boots!
That looks like an Iron Man boot. Like his boots are hyper armored, and then he's wearing spandex.
Yeah. The suit, it's okay.
They fixed the cowl though.
Okay.
The cowl made me. That was the stupidest looking part of the costume.
So the season 4 Flash suit was the best one they did.
But easy.
It was fine.
Easily.
And then they crapped out the worst one they ever did the next season. The season 5 suit is
he looks
just.
like he was wearing a bicycle helmet.
It's like god awful. The season 5 suit.
This looks like a Disney
This is
show.
the same suit they've been using since season 6.
Like Lab Rats.
It looks okay. It's not terrible. But they should have just stuck with the season 4 one and given that one the gold boots, and they would have been fine.
Some people who
Well, because his season 4 suit isn't that the one that he got from his future self?
Well, I think it's the one he designs based on the future one or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think they were trying.
So again, they've written themselves into a hole where he has to eventually wear that suit.
So
again.
the first 4 suits were the leathery kind, because it was supposed to be a fireman suit
Which
or whatever.
was cool. I think
it was a
fun
leathery
design.
thing. And that was back when the Arrowverse was trying to be more practical, because
they
Arrow
were
was the
trying to
first
make
one.
it make sense.
Yeah, and now they just don't even try anymore.
No, they don't care.
But
they do not care.
in season 5 and 6, they tried to go to the more clothy, like comic book style suit.
Yeah.
Which for that, this is okay. But I think they should have just stuck with the season 4 one. It looked better than this. But Sam, are you excited for the boots?
He's got the boots, baby.
All right.
Oh,
we got our first stills from My Adventures with, not stills, but concept
the
art.
Superman anime for babies.
The new Superman animated series, which got delayed to 2022, to 2023.
I'm not saying animes for babies. I'm saying this one specifically, the target audience is babies.
You know, you got Clark Kent, you got Lois Lane, you got Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, old Jimbo
Jimbo
Jambo.
McBimbo.
Wait, what's the girl? Is that who's that?
That's Lois Lane. That's Clark Kent. That's Jimmy
Her
Olsen.
hair's
Why do they look
interesting.
like Pokemon?
Because
Yeah.
it's an anime for babies, but for Superman.
I don't know. I'm excited. Not excited. Like I'm
Man,
sure.
I
I'm
really
on board.
wanted to see The Office with Superman in it.
I'll just take
that
any-
was my pitch for a DC show.
I'll just take any Superman thing they give me at this point.
I sure do want to watch The Office, but Clark Kent is,
All right,
is there
moving on.
instead of Jim.
Oh, This is not really TV related.
This is really culture.
But
stuff.
Superman has changed his mission statement.
Which, by the way, he never says in the comics anyways.
No, he did in like the 40s, 50s, 60s era.
Yeah, back when they were using Superman as war propaganda.
It really got big. It really got big when they did the movie, and he said
It really got big during World War II when they wanted to use him.
No,
for
but like the whole
propaganda.
slogan became like a bigger thing when he in the movie.
Yeah, because
in
they
the first
needed
one.
a tagline for the poster.
Well, that's what he said in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here, truth, justice, and the American way. But they've changed it. It is now truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. Sam, do you like this?
Honestly, I don't care. It's fine. Like,
Matter.
It's not the worst one they could have switched it to.
to be quite honest, like if I'm going to be perfectly honest, it kind of makes more sense because like he kind of protects the whole world. He doesn't just protect America, but like
Wait, what was the old one?
Truth, justice, and the American way.
Yeah.
honestly,
Probably better.
the difference
He
is
protects the whole
negligible.
world.
I mean, I know why they did it. I don't agree with why they did it.
Yeah.
But I think logically speaking, it does make a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
But also, you know, whatever.
Whatever.
Next thing.
Whatever.
Cool.
Who
Thanks.
cares?
Gotta do their thing.
It's not worth getting your butt over it.
Yeah.
All right. Doom Patrol and Titans have both been renewed for season 4 over at HBO Max. Sam is, of course, a big fan of Titans. Loves
God,
the show.
it's so bad.
He loves it.
I think I think I'm still on episode 4 of the most. I haven't been able to finish episode 4.
I didn't finish.
I watched like 2 seconds of it and then I forget.
I got so bored.
Doom Patrol, a show none of us watch, but I hear is very good.
Cool, awesome. Okay,
Alright.
she has one leg, right? Or where's her other leg?
Oh, the actress is an amputee.
Okay, so she does only have
Why
one
is she
leg.
like in the middle?
Okay, because earlier we had an argument where I was like, she only has one leg, right? And you were like, no, she's just crossing her legs. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure she only has one leg.
Did that happen?
That did happen.
I don't remember.
I could have. I was
Her
right.
leg looks like it's in the middle of her. It looks so weird.
Well, because she's like crossing it over like her like thigh, but there's no other rest of the leg there. So
Yeah, the actress is an actual amputee.
I mean that makes sense.
All right. Oh,
Pennyworth.
speaking of shows that no one cares about that got renewed, Pennyworth.
When did the first season even come out?
Like 2
10
years ago, I
thought it
think.
came out like way. I thought it was like 5 or 6 years ago.
I don't know. Nobody watched this.
And nobody's gonna
Not a
watch that one.
single person watched it.
Wait, this is season 3?
They're on season
There
3.
was a season 2?
Yes.
This could be a masterpiece, and no one.
This is just the DC version of Agent Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one's getting picked up for season 3, unlike Agent Carter.
Unlike Agent Carter. Because DC's more willing to
moving-
put money into things no one wants to see.
It's moving from the cable network. Okay, that's enough of that.
Chill
It's
out,
moving
chill
from
out.
the cable network epics, which nobody watches ever, to HBO Max, where it will probably also not get watched.
Well, more people will watch
Because-
it. People actually have HBO Max.
Yeah, but nobody wants to watch How Did Alfred Be a Spy?
Oopie doopie.
You want to know that, Sam?
Remember that time he adopted a Japanese child? Because I sure don't.
Remember?
Let's see. What am I gonna watch today on HBO Max?
That is part of Katana's origin story. That is his adopted daughter, but only
I
for like a
think
couple
was that
years.
was that only in Beware the Batman?
It might have been, but no one knows what her origin story is, so might as well just
I
let
don't
that in
know.
there.
Maybe it's because Alfred doesn't really need an origin story.
Yeah, he's a butler.
Should I watch my favorite?
Like I
Some
get the
anime,
whole like he
some
used
cool
to be in
DC
the military
movies.
thing or whatever. That's fine,
We don't need to see
but
it.
we
though.
don't need to see it.
Sometimes, okay, most of the time, show not tell is better. Other times, don't show, just tell. I don't need to be shown. You told me already.
I don't care.
Army, he shoot gun, adopt.
All right, moving on. Batman.
Cape Crusader.
Cape Crusader, the new animated
Did we get any other
series.
news about this, or just more? It's still coming?
Okay, so they did a little video with some of the producers of it, and they said it's going to be similar to Batman the Animated Series in tone, but because they're going to say it will feel more Batman the Animated Series than Batman the Animated Series did, because that was, of course, a kids show, so they had to do all the censoring.
So it'll be like
they couldn't do violence and like guns and stuff. Well, they could do guns, but not to like the certain extent. So it'll have more adult themes and more action.
So DC just
they'll be able to show people get hit with bullets, is what they're saying. And Batman will be able to do more than just throw guys around.
DC just took a huge right turn away from all the children. They're like, nah, make
Max,
audience.
how many 10-year-olds do you know that have money?
None, but their parents.
Yes, okay. How many people above the age of 18 do you know that have money?
A lot.
And there you go. You cracked the case. Good job, Batman.
Stupid kids.
So
we don't want you watching this. We want.
That's what the Superman cartoon's for. So a few years ago, or I think for Comic-Con, it might have been it was for the 75th anniversary of Batman. Bruce Timm did a short called Batman Strange Days. Which I can probably find here real quick. But this new show will have a similar animation style to that.
Okay.
The only difference being that short was in black and white, and the new series will not be. So yeah, is it going to give me an ad? I don't want to see an ad. It's going to just tell me to buy Call of Duty.
Call of Duty Vanguard also come out.
World War II zombies. Woo, more of it. All right, yeah.
By the way, guys, today we are sponsored by Small Ketchup.
So this is what the Strange Days short looked like. Yeah, you can see it's pretty.
It did sort of have that Batman noir.
Yeah. Then it'll probably have pretty much that design.
Yeah, that's literally the same costume as he's wearing in the poster.
So
cool.
It's going to take place in 1940s type Gotham, and will feature Batman in his early days. They're saying it's going to focus a lot on developing his tech and his gadgets.
I wish DC Animation would up their frame rate. All their animation always looks like.
Yeah.
Like they stop too much.
I think this one will. I think they're pouring a lot of money into this cartoon. I think this one will probably be pretty higher.
It looks like stop motion.
Just because it's got J.J. Abrams and Matt Reeves are
there's not
big
enough,
guys.
There's not enough depth. That's the thing. There's not enough depth in their animation. Like everything looks flat. That all looks flat.
I think it looks so good.
Like he's behind him, but how far behind him is he? There's just not a lot of depth to it. Anyway.
Yeah, and it'll air on Cartoon Network and on HBO Max. They didn't say in what order, but my guess is it'll probably air on HBO Max, finish its season, and then air on Cartoon Network. This also got delayed until 2023.
Okay, cool. Yeah, whatever.
All right. Why The Last Man got canceled?
Canceled?
Really?
Like
That
it's
wasn't
not
a
coming
question.
out?
That wasn't a question. It's like the show got canceled.
It's
Why
not
did The
like
Last
they're
Man-
not making it, or it's like
No,
the
it
Twitter
came out.
doesn't like it.
No, it came out, and it got canceled.
Oh, okay. Is it because it's about?
It came out in September.
So
So I'm saying it did come out. You were saying did it actually come out?
Yeah.
It did, yeah, but it didn't. No one watched it.
Why was it canceled?
Gosh,
No one watched it.
Gee golly.
They're not making any more of it?
Yeah, because no one watched
I thought
it.
you meant Twitter.
That's what we were
got
asking.
mad
No,
at
it didn't. No,
Canceled,
Twitter.
or was it canceled?
Twitter probably loves the show because it's.
That's what I was asking.
But
why?
But I guess they probably don't because no one watched it. But the creator is shopping the series around to networks. If it gets picked up by anything, it'll get picked up by HBO Max because this is a DC property technically.
Yeah, cool. All right.
But it probably
The
won't.
audience-
It'll probably just stay
What was the
dead.
audience for this?
John Wick prequel series, because if we need anything, it's prequels.
The Continental has set Mel Gibson to star in the show. This is
Wait, the director Mel Gibson?
the director-actor Mel Gibson.
Great.
This is, of course, focusing on the hotel from the John Wick movies.
There's a hotel.
Because that's what I wanted to see more. I was like, whoa, look at that cool action. I want to see
That guy who's an
hotel.
CIA
the hotel.
operative or whatever? Nah.
The hotel is where all of the criminal underground guys gather, and there's just cool stuff going on. That's the whole idea, and Mel Gibson is going to be in it. Sam, I know you love Mel Gibson.
Jesus did invent the chair.
Oh, that guy's random versus shooting people. Is that a hotel?
I mean, Max, it's gonna have that in it. I don't know what this is on. I think it's gonna be on like the USA Network.
Who cares? Who cares? This is nothing. This is a nothing thing.
Moving on.
This is about the
Mythic Quest on Apple TV Plus.
Oh wait, actually?
Was renewed for seasons 3 and 4.
When did that get
Oh, hey,
announced?
it's Abed.
Like a couple
And that
days
girl.
ago.
And that guy.
I actually really want a season 3 of this show. So that's
Which
cool.
is cool. It's a good show, but it kind of ended.
Yeah, it kind of had like a
Like
pretty
a proper ending.
proper ending. Like
So
the two
I don't know.
leads sort of moved on to their own thing. The only person whose character arc wasn't really resolved is the mustache guy.
yeah,
But
but
everyone
so
else,
like he's fine. He's
his
like still
character
there.
arc's done.
They left.
They're gone.
He quit. They left, and he went
Brad's
to jail.
character arc's done. Her character arc's done.
I forget what she does.
Wait,
She
is
was the
mustache
Brad's
guy-
assistant.
No, I know who the character, but I
is
forget
the
what she does.
mustache guy Mac from
Yeah, he writes the
or
show,
Sonny? Oh.
or he's one of the writers.
So cool, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe it'll be about the new company. That's what I'm assuming.
I would assume so. I would
Wait.
assume the bit would be they're starting a whole new company, and it ends up they just hire all the same people again.
Oh, and they do like a Arrested Development thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But that's cool. So season 3 is going to come out next year in 2022. They're saying it's going to come before Ted Lasso season 3 comes out. Is when this will come out.
Yeah, 'cause
which
they
means
want us
they're
to
probably
back
going
it
to
2
start
months.
shooting this pretty soon if they're not already.
Yeah.
Um,
I know COVID kind of messed up their production.
yeah, COVID. I think COVID was the
What
reason.
has COVID not messed up?
Well, it was real. They had Mythic Quest when they were shooting season 2 had like out of every show that was filming had the worst problems with COVID.
Yeah.
like raw cases.
Because they're, I mean, yeah, it's a very Apple-y show, so they had to, yeah.
But anyway, that's neat.
It's a good show, though. It's honestly, I think it's better than Ted Lasso.
I hope. I wonder if like maybe you know how both seasons have like an anthology type episode.
Yeah.
I wonder if there'll be a bigger focus on that.
Yeah. Like, okay, I say this is better than Ted Lasso because the second season of Ted Lasso just kind of didn't hit right. It didn't hit the same vibe. But this show was very consistent through the whole thing, and there was a lot of good character drama. There was a lot. They also clearly understood the gaming industry like pretty well, like much better than most other media that try to tackle that.
Yeah.
So they didn't Arrested Development it?
No, they did. It was not about a housing development company that goes under and causes a family to go into bankruptcy and
I mean,
then
in a way that
sell
like,
stuff to
they
Saddam
completely
Hussein.
changed everything after like season 5 or whatever.
Well, this has 2 seasons, so yeah, obviously they haven't approached that problem yet. Anyway,
The Sopranos.
The Sopranos.
So HBO is working on a Sopranos prequel series for HBO Max. After Many Saints of Newark did very well on
This is
HBO
a
Max.
prequel to the prequel.
Okay, so the movie came out, right?
Prequel.
Didn't do well in theaters. Kind of bombed really hard.
Wait, which movie?
The prequel, Many Saints of Newark.
No, that's a show, I thought.
No, that's a movie.
It's a movie?
Yeah, it came out in theaters.
What?
It's a prequel to the show, and
I
it's
thought
a
it was
movie.
an Whatever, okay, anyways.
But the movie did pretty bad in theaters, but did pretty good on HBO Max, and it also
Yeah, I only thought it was coming out.
But
I
it
didn't know
also
coming out in theaters.
increased The Sopranos viewership a lot on the platform. Like The Sopranos
Yeah, not
came
surprising.
back and did really well. And so they came up to the creator and they were like, hey, the movie didn't do amazing, but it really boosted the franchise back
The
up.
good part of your thing, people want to watch more of.
Well, it brought the series more relevance, so now they want to cash in on it. So now they'll probably
the IP is now profitable
Yeah.
again, and so they need to maximize on this new opportunity for
yes.
profit.
So they're going to do a show which will probably just take place after the movie.
This is what happened. So the movie came out, didn't do super well, but then when he said it was like,
money.
Guys,
money.
there's something.
I smell. I haven't smelled. This one smells like money now. It didn't smell like money a week ago. That's what happened.
All right.
Squid
Game, the hottest thing for the next week and a half.
Probably the hottest thing on Netflix since Stranger Things.
And it
Yeah.
had the biggest launch ever of any Netflix show. But Netflix will generate $900 million in revenue alone from Squid Game. And the
Dang.
show only cost $21.4 million to produce.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's
Well,
like
I mean, this show was a. No one thought this show was going to do well. Like the creator had taken it to I think 5 or 6 different.
He had been
platforms.
shopping the show around for like 12
Yeah,
years.
it wasn't
Yeah.
before it
shot
finally
down
went.
until
And no
2011.
one would take it.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense because it's a great concept.
You
I
think
wish
or
they made it in 2011.
you really think like after because Hunger Games was big like a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
When they were doing those movies, you think something like that would have helped this show kind of come out and do well. But I think it's because, like, generally, like, Korean, Japanese media, I don't think they knew that they could sell that.
I don't think...
This would not have worked on a network,
This
which
would
I think
not
was
have come out on anything unless Parasite didn't do as well as it did.
Yeah, pretty much.
Parasite showed America that
You can
there
watch-
are other movies.
Well, you can watch things with subtitles.
Subtitles are a thing, and they're not that bad. Have you seen the dub?
No, I
Like
haven't.
the clips of it? It is hilarious. Okay, you know bad lip reading?
Yeah.
It's like that. That's the level of like the audio isn't balanced at all. It's all coming from the same point. It's so funny.
Yeah, 'cause
Anyways,
it's like in the show, it's like,
Sam-
and then in the dub, it's like, Johnny, I would like to buy some
John, I
apples,
need
please."
the gun, please.
Sam,
And I think this did
Are you
so
happy-
much better than a lot of like Stranger Things stuff. It was because TikTok just like made it.
Yeah, also
explode.
TikTok exists, which really
Yeah,
blasted the
probably
show.
helped it a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, what were you about to say?
Sam, did you like Squid Game?
I thought it was very good.
Do you think they're going to make more of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
People are like, no,
I think the first thing they're going to make is a prequel, or not prequel.
No, he'll probably just make a sequel.
It'll be a half.
They're gonna franchise it.
It'll be
yeah.
a half prequel, half sequel about the front man and the cop. The cop, he's not actually dead. Because, okay, this is just, again, pro media tip. Anytime a guy falls off a cliff to die, he didn't die.
Unless you're Han
That
Solo.
just doesn't happen.
Unless you're Han Solo.
That wasn't a cliff, that was a bridge.
That was Harrison Ford, not son of the contract.
And he technically did still end up coming back, even though
That
he was
is
dead.
true. He did come back in episode 9.
If you fall off of a cliff in a movie, show, whatever, you're not dead. You're alive still. Anyway, I think the next thing will be a half prequel, half sequel about the cop and his brother, because that plot line went absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, they were just like, all right, he snuck in. He's about to discover.
He's in the
oh,
base.
he got shot.
He's got everything, and he's dead, I guess. All right, well, I guess we're done with that.
Oh my gosh,
I mean, you
my
can
brother's
just
the front
keep
man.
making a bit. This can basically just turn into an anthology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just come up with more games, and then you just bring in a new group of
Well,
people and
because
just keep doing it.
people are theorizing that it's like sometimes it takes places in different places. different
I
countries
think,
and stuff.
and then I think the first thing
And that's how you do it. You bring it to America, so you're gonna pay all the
Oh,
Japanese
yeah.
people.
that one won't do it.
And you can shoot it in Vancouver.
They'll do that in 6 years, but it'll do horribly, and then that'll be the last thing they do. After they do the prequel with the cop and his brother, they're going to do a sequel where the winner of this, I'm not going to spoil it, the person who wins the Squid Game has created sort of a, not a
Competitive-
company, but sort of like a shadow organization dedicated to taking down the games. I think he'll have like a, I don't even know what you would call that, like a Death Note style task force targeted at these guys. That's what I would
No
hope.
clue what we're talking
That's
I didn't watch Squid. I know it's the hot thing, but I didn't watch it.
And
yet.
at the end of the show, spoiler alert, the guy who made and runs the Squid Games dies
Yeah.
in the very last
It's a
episode
tumor.
That doesn't matter.
because he's got hecka cancer.
Just bring in a new guy. New guy's gonna run Squid Games.
Well, no, there's like a bunch of.
All right, moving on.
Different guys.
Ruby Rose, our favorite Batwoman actor,
Yeah,
I guess,
apparently she
claims an abusive and toxic workplace environment was present on the set of Batwoman, which was the reason she departed
No,
from the
did you
series
read her
after
memos
season
and stuff?
She put out like 9
No,
different
she almost
Instagram
died like 3 different times. I think one of the stunt doubles was like paralyzed for life. Like the show was horrible.
Yeah.
All right.
And
now,
then-
now I know we only have one cable and it's just a piece of twine. We're gonna jump off that tall building
So
right there.
she claimed that's the reason she left the show in the first place, and then Warner Bros. TV
They're like, no.
issued a statement
no.
saying that they received multiple complaints about Ruby Rose's negative behavior and her being negative, which they chose to not renew her contract for season 2.
No, they also just outright denied that stuff. They were like, no, that didn't happen.
Sam, who do you think is right?
I mean,
business
Ruby
corporate.
Rose was making a lot of money from it. Also, that stunt double is definitely paralyzed. So, I mean,
Who do you think is right?
I think Ruby
What
Rose
else
is
is she
probably
in?
right. Also,
'Cause I've never really heard of her.
Warner Brothers is obviously going to cover their own butts. They're a company.
Yeah, I mean, and nothing's gonna happen.
Ruby
to them.
Rose has nothing to gain by doing this. If anything,
Yeah.
she might never work again because I'm sure
she's
Warner
not-
Brothers.
She's not gonna not
She's
work.
not
Warner
that
Brothers
big
She'll
of
be
an
fine.
actor.
Warner Brothers is going to do everything in their power to keep her from doing anything, at least as
Well,
far
with
as
them.
as far as they're concerned.
Yeah,
I think the big corporation is right.
I think Ruby Rose is probably mostly right. I think the only part of this that is sort of true is that Warner Brothers TV was probably like, she's probably not going to like this.
I think they were both true. I think she's annoying to work with, and also it was a horrible place to
because
be.
there was rumors a few months ago that she was negative and that there was
even
complaints
before she left, everyone all the reports were like she's not fun to work with.
Yeah, so I think there is some version of both of these truths to be the real thing that happened, and her leaving. The Warner Brothers choosing not to sign her to a second season would explain why they just decided to go in a completely different direction with a whole new character. I think it's because they went, nah, we're starting over. We're done with her.
We're not going to touch this anymore. All right, and then last thing in the TV news, we got DC Fandom had over 66 million viewers across all their different platforms they were streaming on.
So that would be like their website, the YouTube channel, the
Twitch,
TikTok
probably,
or whatever.
Yeah, topping the 22 million that the previous year had brought in, which
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, obviously, if you do it twice, the second one's going to get more
This
views.
one had more marketing, I think, behind it. This one was also shorter.
This one was just marketed better. People knew what it was.
Wait, this one was shorter than the first one?
Fandom...
The last one was a whole week, and they did stuff every
No,
day.
Fandom last year was weird. It was originally going to be... it was a whole day, and the original plan was to be like there was different portals you could go into on the website, and you could do different things.
Yeah.
But it became so crowded with... Because there was one channel that was just all of the announcements.
Yeah.
And everyone just wanted to go to that. So they ended up splitting it to 2 days, like a week before. The first one was the one that was just all of the announcements, and that was like 8 hours long. It was forever.
Yeah.
And then the next one was the one where you kind of just explored and clicked around and no one participated in it. So changing this to essentially a 4-hour like Nintendo Direct style DC live stream probably helped a lot because it was shorter and people could just watch what part of it they wanted and then leave.
Yeah.
So
watch the entire thing.
it's, I mean, that makes sense. They're definitely going to continue to do this. This is the right way to go. Pretty much, Disney has their investor days now.
Yeah.
Which is essentially the same thing.
Each company's doing their own yearly
Comic-Con is dead. We're done with the whole show up to Comic-Con in the Hall H and with the PowerPoint and go through all your big movies. It kind of sucks that
Comic-Con and E3 are both kind of just gone now.
Yeah. I mean, but if it's so much... With the live stream event one, you can get all of the celebrities to be there without having to pay to fly them out.
You can watch
suits.
just the stuff you actually... if you're just a Marvel fan, just a DC fan, just a Star Wars fan, you can watch your own thing. You don't have to watch the other stuff.
Well, also because, before, if they wanted Robert Pattinson to show up to to Comic-Con...
He had to be there.
They had to get him in a suit. They had to fly him out. They had to convince him not to, kill himself on stage because he hated being there. And then and then he had to sit in a chair and sign autographs for 2 hours.
I mean, on the downside though, you don't get those cool moments like with Comic-Con, like when Loki came out in the costume. You miss out on some of those moments.
But you can also better control everything that's announced.
Yeah, you can control the narrative better.
You can edit out to the videos. You
don't have to worry about leaks when you're giving it to everyone.
And you can edit out the parts of the videos where that guy accidentally wears a Marvel shirt to the video. So I mean, it's a lot easier. So this is probably going to happen again next year. I wouldn't be shocked if it got even shorter and they cut out a lot of... Because DC Fandom was they started off with the movie stuff, which is the stuff people really care about. And then it was 2.5 hours of TV stuff that no one cares about. And then it was a little bit of video games and a little bit of more movies, and then we're done.
I'm really hyped for Bat Wheels. That's really what I'm looking forward to.
Oh yeah, we didn't even put that in here.
No, because who cares?
Anyway,
movie news! We got so many trailers, guys.
Way too many movie news.
First off, the big thing.
Batman. I don't think I've even seen this trailer all the way through yet. I tried to watch it different times. Every time someone interrupted me, I ended up doing something else for 2 hours.
So here's our boy, the Riddle Man.
The Riddle Man himself. That's his new comic book name.
First off, this movie looks great. I want to see this movie.
This looks like the Batman movie that we've wanted to see for a long time.
Look, he made a little question mark.
He's an artist.
If the whole serial killer thing doesn't work out, it can just be a barista.
Be a barista, yep.
You got the bat signal, which looks
also the song for this trailer was really cool.
Yeah, I like the color palette. There's the Batman himself. Some Joker boys, it looks like, but maybe Riddle boys.
The Riddle
or maybe boys. Penguin boys. They could be either.
Somebody's boys.
I think this. I have a suspicion that this scene is from the end of the movie.
Oh, and the Joker's
and they're
teased for the
teasing
next
Joker
movie.
for the next movie.
Yeah, that would also explain why he has like the complete bat suit.
And
here.
or it could be a Two-Face thing.
No,
I think that's also...
No, he's only gonna have the full bat suit in that scene.
No,
and,
I mean, he's
like-
he's gonna wear the bat suit.
But you can't see it from below his neck here.
What do you think? He's wearing sweatpants?
No, I think he's gonna have like the less like the
He's got
like the
glasses
Batman
on.
Year One suit for the most of the movie, and then he'll switch to the coolest
No, I
suit
think
at the end.
I think they will give him a new suit.
Yeah.
But I think this suit that we're seeing and all this stuff is
Is
the
that
suit he'll
the
have for most of it.
Penguin?
There was our first look at our boy Andy Serkis
He's in this
Is that the
movie.
Penguin?
as Alfred.
He's Alfred.
Yeah, there he is.
Ah.
There's
Okay,
our
I
boy.
don't know how I feel about that.
I like Andy Serkis.
But he's not Alfred. He's like
Leave him alone.
He's like a kooky goofball man.
I see
You
him.
got all the shots. I love how he actually has the eye makeup on in
Yeah.
the movie for the cowl. That's fun. Motorcycle chase between Kyle. There's Kyle doing the romance stuff, beating up more guys with a baseball bat. There's
Penguin.
Colin Farrell as the. That is excellent.
He looks
makeup.
great as the Penguin.
That is like
I don't even know who that guy is.
Why didn't they get Danny DeVito?
Why is she
Would've been
naked?
so much
Okay. Anyway.
more standing on rooftops, more sapping around,
More schmooping
chases
up
on the roof,
the
which is
Catwoman.
very long Halloween. This shot's cool where he's just getting shot and then he just plows through.
Very Superman looking scene.
Yeah.
Girls,
I
love
am
dudes.
I also like how no one has realized that like he's wearing a chest plate. If they just shoot him somewhere else, he'll get hit with a bullet.
Yeah, this looks so good. This
That's
looks,
a cool shot. This just looks like a great movie overall.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I definitely haven't seen
This
the whole
looks
trailer.
like Dark Knight, but better.
That's a cool. Anytime there's flares, that's always a cool scene.
I think Dark Knight is probably going to be a better movie because it's the Dark Knight, right?
Yeah.
But like
Top that.
This will be second.
this
I
is
think.
I think is probably going to be the closest thing we get to like very comic
that
book
style of Batman.
like
again.
modern or well not really modern like 1980s 1990s style Batman comics, so like your year ones, your long Halloweens, which is really what inspired
Yeah,
this.
the ones that really made Batman what he is.
And I think a lot of the twists on it is probably going to be some Earth 1 type stuff,
yeah,
where his origin's probably not going to be exactly the same. But that's cool too.
And I'm glad they're doing the
And,
Riddler because it's different than the Joker.
yeah.
which is
Finally,
what they
a
do.
different villain. Good
Well, they
Lord.
did. This shot's so cool. This ending shot for the trailer where he's like,
That's such. That's a cool scene. And he's upside down. That's metaphorical. Alrighty, I'm excited for that.
so very hyped. But they did do Sam. Are you telling me they didn't do the Riddler before in any other Batman movie?
Well, they did, but that wasn't. That
Sam,
doesn't count.
can you remind us
We
all
don't
of what
talk about
actor
it.
played
I
Riddleman?
always forget his name. Jim Carrey. Why? Honestly, I think he could have been a really good Riddler, but the movie just sucked.
I'm the Riddler, Batman.
No, like if they had cast Jim Carrey as the Riddler in this movie, I would have been perfectly fine with that. If he just wasn't stupid.
Yeah, so it's cool. It's probably going to end up being a trilogy, which makes sense.
You killed my father.
And I'm sure...
Doo-doo-doo. I got a
What's that?
cane.
No, I didn't. Like that's Jim Carrey type.
Doo-doo-doo.
So, very excited. Do you think there's going to be like a twist villain here? Do you think it's really the Riddler, or do you think there's someone even bigger? Not really the Joker, but like something even bigger, like than just Riddler.
Maybe.
Because it's not going to be the Penguin. I think he's just going to be in.
I think he's just gonna be
small
like
part.
a guy.
He'll be in a small part of the movie.
He'll
I
be
don't
in
think-
the, okay, so that whole part with the Penguin and the party,
Yeah.
and because you notice he's driving the older Batmobile in that scene too, because he
Yeah.
has a different one later in the movie. That's like the cold open. I think that's gonna be like the cold open.
Well, I think he'll probably go to the Penguin looking. That'll either be the start.
Like, that'll be the inciting.
So if you've ever
action.
read so this takes place in year 2 of him Batmaning, right?
Yeah.
If you've ever read year 1, the comic, it's very mob focused.
Yeah.
Like his primary goal is to take on the mafia, and then in Long Halloween, which is kind of a follow up to that, that's when all of the supervillains kind of start to rise up and come into the story. I think that kind of idea is what this will focus on. Penguin will be kind of like the last
first,
bit of the
yeah.
mob he's cleaning up at the end,
the
at
last
the start.
real mob guy,
And that's when Riddler starts to rise and the
'Cause now the
supervillains
mob's
start to
gone.
become more
Yeah,
prominent.
yeah,
I think the Penguin is gonna be like the head guy.
I've heard theories of Long Halloween, of Court of Owls
No.
potential. I think that's potential down the line.
Maybe later.
I don't
I
know
don't think they have
this
enough
movie-
to set it up. Like, if they do Court of Owls, they're doing way too much for one movie.
The thing that I think could be Court of Owls is one. If you look at the first trailer, there's a car with an owl on it.
Yeah.
Right. But also because they say in this trailer and in the last trailer, like this is connected to you, Bruce, and your past.
And his
his family was somewhat involved in the Court of Owls in the past at some point. So
it
I think
changes every time they tell
that
the story,
could also be involved. Yeah. There's also very large rumors that Mad Hatter's in this, but he's not like
Mad Hatter is too similar to the Riddler.
But he's been reimagined as like a drug dealer.
That's just stupid.
And also there was reports of a big chess game on the set, like a big chess set as like a set.
I could see that being that's like a Riddler thing.
That's a Riddler thing, but that could also be a Mad Hatter type thing.
Mad Hatter, that's what I'm saying. Mad Hatter and the Riddler are too like thematically similar for them to both be in the movie.
Yeah.
Like that would cause audience confusion because they're basically the same guy.
But I don't know. So in terms of sequels to this, what villains do you think they would do, or would you like to see really?
If this one is the sort of like the detective story that I've been wanting them to tell with Batman forever, then I don't know. I mean, if they are teasing Joker at the end, I mean that could be fine.
They've just done so much Joker.
There was too many.
Yeah, maybe take a break.
Maybe Mr. Freeze.
I would love for them to do Mr. Freeze.
Not a stupid one.
I'd love for them just to do basically just a theatrical version of the Heart of Ice.
Deathstroke.
Deathstroke's not a serial killer. He's a mercenary.
If they're doing mysteries, it would probably end up being Court of Owls or...
Court of Owls is a big one.
Yeah.
But Court of Owls is just too lame. Like, no matter who...
No, because you can bring in the Talons and stuff. You can do a lot of stuff.
I mean, yeah, there's all that, but I mean...
And they're more of a modern villain, too, so
I'm
you can
talking
get
about,
more
like,
potential out of
what the Court of Owls are. None of them have, like, powers. None of them are really connected to Batman in a meaningful way. Like, none of them really have anything to do with his past. It's all, like, his parents' leftover stuff.
I mean, that's most of what Batman's involved in.
Like, the Court of Owls just, to me, is, like, it's not that cool of a villain. It's just like, oh, we're some dudes. We're just sort of corporate dudes who mess with people.
They're gonna... The two things I'm pretty sure they're gonna do with this is, one... They're going to bring in Joker at some point. It might not be the next movie,
but eventually.
But if it's not next movie, it's the movie after that.
Yeah,
he's the Joker.
He's Batman's number one.
The Batman versus Joker is the thing, right? That's the moneymaker move. So that's going to happen at some point. But I also think they're probably going to.
Honestly, it could be Calendar Man. As stupid as Calendar Man is, they would just change it and make him into a serial killer.
No, what they'll do is
that's what he is.
Yeah,
either do.
But he only kills on like.
They could do that,
but they'll make so like he only kills on days that add up to certain numbers. Or they'll do something like that.
That's what he does.
He
kills on certain days.
They'll do Joker. They might do like Bane and then Scarecrow, or like just like the regular villains.
I don't think they're gonna do Scarecrow or Bane because they did those in the Nolan
Scarecrow
movies.
They might. I could see them doing Scarecrow.
Not as the main guy. Well, I think
he also was just the bad guy in Titans.
Yeah,
so
which
I don't know if they would do
he's
that
been
yet.
kind of overused because he was the main villain in Batman Begins.
Yeah.
Or he was one of them. He had a smaller role in Dark Knight. He's the main villain in the last season of Titans. I think he's kind of been overused a little bit recently, so I'd put him back.
Yeah.
I think it'll probably be... I think they're going to do Mr. Freeze, because I think that'd be cool. And the last time they did it was Arnold Schwarzenegger making ice bad. So I think... And if they're... Especially because they're doing the Riddler.
Yeah.
If they're going to go back, take those Joel Schumacher villains that he did dumb stuff with...
And make them
good. And bring them and do a better version of it. I think that's probably really where they're going.
And I think the story of Mr. Freeze would definitely resonate.
Would work very well.
A more serious movie would
Yeah. But I think they're also going to do Robin. At some point.
If they do Robin, they're going to kill Robin, so they'd have to do that with the Joker.
I don't think you kill Robin immediately.
I think in this...
You keep him around so you can do
this
spin-offs.
franchise, you kill Robin immediately.
I don't think you kill Robin. I think you bring in Robin...
I think you bring him in for one movie and kill him in the next one.
I think you bring him in and you bring in Kid Robin.
Damian Wayne? Which Robin?
No, like Dick Grayson, but he's when he's young. Because you know how in Batman Forever they brought him in, he was like 25.
Yeah, he was like in his 20s.
Yeah, like bring him in and when he's an actual kid, like in the comics.
Yeah.
And then you can explore Batman. Obviously, this movie's exploring Batman's psychosis a lot.
Yeah.
So, and then you can explore the whole psychological thing of Batman just recruited an 11-year-old to help him beat up guys in the street.
Yeah.
So I think that's also potential. There's so many different ways they could go with this, despite the fact that the Batman film franchise has been running since the 80s. There's a lot of places left to go.
Yeah, all right, let's move. We've been on Batman for like 30 minutes.
Okay, let's move on.
Flash.
Hang on.
Flash.
Oh no, we're getting copy strike.
He's the
So
Flash,
it started
man.
off. They didn't show like a straight up trailer. It was like really just kind of a teaser.
He's looking.
So Ezra Miller came out
He's looking.
Guy, what happened?
You doing all right, buddy? You doing okay?
And he came out and he was like, "You can see the most important thing
Flash
in me."
is gonna be in the movie, and I'm gonna be Flash. You just probably know
he's
that.
not looking great.
Looking a little bit like a hippie, but it's okay.
Not a lot of people big fans of his right now because he did beat up that lady in the bar.
Oh yeah, that wasn't cool of him. That was pretty.
Trailer. It's mostly just them. So there's 2 Barry Allens.
Yeah,
straight up.
Which is why he has long hair, because that one has.
Because that one has to have long hair.
And they
so
filmed
you can
that
tell
one
them
after
apart.
that one. Yeah.
And what color is he wearing, Sam?
Yellow.
Yellow. Guess who wears yellow?
The Flash wears yellow.
No, the
reverse Flash also wears yellow.
I think that's the twist. Is he's reverse Flash?
That would be a really, really dumb twist.
Well, but who was the villain in the Flash movie? It's the reverse Flash. It's always the reverse Flash.
Yeah, but the reverse Flash is a character.
You think the third act twist of this is going to be, oh my gosh, it was Rainbow Raider the whole time.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, because if they don't establish the relationship between the Flash and...
The first thing you'll notice here is they're really selling this as a Batman movie.
Which is weird.
Okay, well, here's his new suit, which I know a lot of people like a lot.
It looks like a Rejectron suit.
No, it looks like they just, played an Injustice cutscene.
No, it looks like they dipped him in orange paint and then put some LEDs on it.
Yeah, it doesn't look great. I don't know why it's so blurry. I guess
this is someone recording it again. This
is like an.
Oh no, it's IGN. Okay, never mind. IGN is just bad at things, I guess.
Hang on, let me try this. That might help.
That's the song again.
Because they're doing him going back in time and screwing things up.
They're doing Flashpoint.
Oh, look, and there's the bloody cowl because Batman got beat up. There's a sort of better look at it. The face.
Wow, that cowl is bad.
Yeah.
Why can't they figure out cowls?
And there's Flash Ring, real quick. There's the costume again. Oof.
And dark screen,
mumbling. And then there he is. Michael Keaton. He's the Batman. He's back. And there's Supergirl back there.
Yeah, Supergirl.
And there's the other floppy-haired Flash.
You see, his costume's red.
You can see who made the suit. The Instagram post we saw of the Batman suit with the spray-painted logo on it. That's the suit he's wearing. So it's not Red Death.
Stop saying that. They're not going to do that. That's too complicated for general audiences to understand, so they're not going to do it.
And it's also dumb.
It's also, kind of conceptually a little bit stupid.
But as you can see...
Looks like our video may have been gone for a little bit, but it's okay.
We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. And they're like, ooh, and then there's the logo. There's the Flash.
There's the Flash's logo. Yeah, they didn't see any of that whole part. I don't know actually when it went away, so we'll find out later.
And then here's the thing. They come over here. What's under the sheets, Sam? It's the Batmobile, right?
What else would be under?
But they don't show it.
Like, why?
One.
We know what it is already.
Well, we know what it is, but it's like...
Show it if you're going to do that.
They should have shown it. But it's not that they at least hesitated. Because remember when Batman vs. Superman was coming out, and we're like, hey, put Doomsday in the trailer. Put Superman's death in the trailer.
But we already know, they already spoiled the Batman reveal, so the Batmobile...
But I think...
Why would you hesitate to show the Batmobile?
Yeah.
But you should straight up show Batman.
Well, they showed him from behind. They didn't show him.
Is still there. We know it's Batman. It's not like, oh, it's pointy ear man. Yeah. Like, no, that's Batman.
So obviously this movie is also supposed to have Ben Affleck in it in his final appearance as Batman for what I think will be like 5 seconds at the beginning. I think he's going to die. Mm-hmm. And that'll make Barry extra sad. And then he'll go running real fast and a movie happens.
Kickstart the new universe.
Yeah. You hyped for Flash?
I'll see it, but I'm not really hyped for it.
Do you think they're going to use it to reset a bunch of stuff?
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's what they do every time the Flash is involved with
he's the reset the timeline machine.
Button character.
And then we got, this is not a trailer, this was just kind of a BTS look at at Shazam.
BTS behind the scenes, not BTS the Korean boy band.
Not the Korean boy band. That's not what this is about. Behind the scenes look at Shazam Fury of the Gods.
Well, that's a different suit.
Yeah, he's got it. They all got new suits.
It's a worse suit. I don't like it as much.
It's okay.
Show the old suit.
Okay.
Show the old suit. You'll see. It's better.
I don't love like. I think it might be
lightning bolt.
Yeah, it's too small.
That looks so janky.
It's better. I think like fitted him though.
Oh, and I like. Yeah,
it's not as bulky in the chest as the other one was.
But you can see the clips for the cape too.
Well, that's every one of these.
Yeah, I know.
suits.
It's just funny to see it.
I think on camera it'll probably look better.
They'll edit it so it looks good.
But they're promising, one, they got new villains. They got Helen Mirren and I forget what are the other. That's not the character's name.
Another guy.
They got new villains. They're playing Hespera and Circe. They're gonna do more of the god stuff. They're like gonna go to Olympus. They're promising like bigger action scenes and more of them. Like the whole Shazam family's gonna be involved.
That was the weakest part of the first Shazam movie was the villain. So
they're bringing in all the monsters.
Yeah, we can already see this looks cooler.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Looks fun.
Looks fun. Looks funky. Looks fresh. Black Adam, we got a really cool clip.
Yeah, they didn't show a trailer. Oh.
Just this. Oh, you already.
Oh yeah, look. That's first off. Dwayne Johnson talked for like 4 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. I like how they chaptered it for us. So like, if you don't want to watch him just talk for like an hour.
Yeah, and then they played a little clip from what was probably like the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Where they're walking into like the big cave.
They're doing their Indiana Jones, and then they're like, oh,
and then he pops
statues,
up. And they're like walking through the magic cave, and then they open the magic
and
thing,
then he's
and
in
then
there, and he comes out and he's like, boom, I'm here and I'm bad.
And probably an anti-hero because I'm the main character of the movie.
But I'm not like that bad because you still got still action figures of me, but I'm a bad dude.
Oh my gosh.
And then they creep up and they're like, I'm gonna shoot him. And he's like, you're
oh
not
my
gonna
god,
shoot
he's so
me.
strong.
You're gonna be a skeleton.
Just disintegrates him. That's pretty neat.
That is pretty cool, actually.
I also find it funny that the Black Adam movie definitely had like a $200 million budget.
Where Shazam
had like $100 million.
Well, they've been working on this movie for much longer as well. This was announced in like 2014.
To remind you, The Rock was cast as Black Adam before the MCU started.
Yeah. In
like 2007.
Before Iron Man came out.
The Rock was cast
over 10 years ago.
And originally he was cast in the Shazam movie. He was just going to be the villain. Guy. And then they were like, well, he's The Rock now, so we should probably give him his own movie.
Blasted in popularity between that time. And
what we're probably going to end up happening is it's going to go Shazam, Black Adam, Shazam 2,
when he was
Shazam
cast,
3,
when he was cast as Black Adam, he still had hair.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So, yeah, I mean, it looks pretty generic, like, in terms of the visuals. But
it looks cool. It'll be fun.
I'm sure The Rock is like a pretty savvy producer.
Right, let's just skip Super Pets.
No,
we don't need to talk about Super Pets. No, we have too much stuff. Just skip it.
No.
This is not necessary.
Look.
This is like Secret Life of Pets with Superman.
Kevin Hart is
my laptop's gonna die, and when it dies, we can't record anymore, so skip it.
Look, there's an extended pee joke.
Wow, look, Bad Dog Pee's on the thing. Cool. Next.
Kevin Hart
skip it. We don't need it. What's next?
Catwoman Hunted.
This is an animated thing.
New animated movie.
New animated DC movie.
I think Stephanie Beatriz is Batwoman in it or something.
It's very cool.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid, new Disney Plus animated film.
Yeah, why is this Disney Plus? Do they own this?
They do now. They bought Fox, and now they own this.
Oh, did Fox own this before?
Yep, and now they're doing a cartoon movie.
It looks very much like Peanuts, but it's not.
It makes sense that they do this animated.
This should never have been live action.
Well, they could. If live action, if they did fine. Well, the movies aren't good. But like that's not
visually they're fine.
Well, it's not a thing that's like you need to do it animated. So it makes sense to do that.
Don't do the cheese again.
But with the animated.
Oh no!
What?
Okay, you remember the cheese touch? That was like one of the first memes. You remember the cheese touch?
Mm-hmm.
TikTok exists now. Can you imagine how freaking detrimental that will be to society?
Because no one will watch this. But I think animated makes more sense. Because you can do as many of the books as you want, and the actors don't physically age out of the roles.
Yeah.
So they can just keep making more of the cartoon
animation
ones.
Does not.
It's not. I mean, it's a Disney Plus original movie.
It's looking very jank.
Frankly, is freaky.
This is looking very jank. This looks like something a college student would make in like a few days, just because he's bored.
And if you can't tell, it's basically just the first book again in a cartoon,
which we already have a movie of.
Yeah. So
but
get hyped.
Alrighty, cool. Next.
I think that would have worked better as a TV show, really.
Yeah, or just like a mini series, maybe.
Oh, did this seriously come out while we were gone?
Yes.
The trailer for Scream, not to be confused with Scream or Scream or Scream
or Scream or any of the
it's Scream 5.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Sam, are you excited for the 5th movie in the Scream franchise?
Isn't my favorite scary movie?
It's Scream?
Certainly ain't Scream.
Sam has never seen Scream.
I've seen parts of the first one.
Good, because this will probably mostly...
No, she got slightly cut.
So apparently they've shot like a million different versions of this movie.
Where did she get the knife from?
Oh,
She
by
did
the
not
way,
have that
Sam,
before.
does that phone technology exist of the phone can lock and unlock the door?
Yes.
Oh, that's fun.
Have you not heard of Ring?
I mean, no.
Okay.
I live under a rock.
Ring doorbells are the best way to secure your home. Unless you're being attacked by a tech-savvy serial killer. Then
Yeah,
maybe
so
it's
there,
not so
David
great.
Arquette's back. He looks sad and depressed because he's David Arquette.
Not surprising.
Nev Campbell's back. My guess for this, they're going to kill off the entire original cast.
Of course. Okay, next.
All right, get hyped. Coming out in January.
Home Sweet
The
Home
be-
Alone.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go, baby.
Home Alone reboot.
That's what I'm
Home
going
Alone
for. Is
reboot.
this the main character?
Yep,
Oh, you don't. Okay.
the little boy.
God,
So
it's just literally just a straight remake.
so basically,
Is Macaulay Culkin the dad? That's the
Macaulay Culkin is not in this.
What? Skip it. No, I'm not even kidding. Skip it.
So
We don't need to know anymore.
no. Okay. Right. So when they announced this, you're thinking, okay, they're doing another Home
Macaulay
Alone.
Culkin is the dad, right?
They're
That's what I
not.
was thinking. Are you
They're not.
gonna
They're not going to recycle the same plot again.
No, why?
That would
Would
be
they?
dumb. No, it's the same movie. Like the same premise.
Just skip it. I'm not even kidding.
Sam, they could.
Copyright, you dumb.
No, it's the soundboard.
Okay, they couldn't get Macaulay Culkin.
But they got some police
But
officer.
I tell you, what if they got
Buzz.
his mean older brother?
Then I would know that his career really did never go anywhere.
This is coming out on November 12th, which, if you remember, is going to be the big Disney Plus day.
This just doesn't
Rob
feel-
Delaney's one of the criminals.
Who was that?
This just doesn't feel right.
Ellie Kemper's the other one
Who is that?
from The Office.
This just looks too high quality.
Who did she play in The Office?
This Aaron.
Oh, the redhead?
Yeah. Look at all the wacky Christmas hijinks.
Oh, it's Aaron.
Yep. All right.
Home sweet
Yeah.
home
It's just
alone.
different.
Sure is. It just ain't it. That's
It
what it is.
just
Okay,
Ain't it.
I think there is a possibility that Macaulay Culkin does have a cameo in this.
And if he does,
And
it's
he's in it for
disappointing.
like 4 seconds. And he's like, hey guys, it's me,
All right,
Macaulay
Uncharted, skip
Culkin.
it.
When are
Wait, this
people
is
gonna
this
realize
is
that
dumb.
you cannot remake a classic?
Uncharted the movie.
Why does that guy from Transformers?
Tom Holland.
Why does the other guy look more like Nathan Drake than the guy they cast? as
Oh,
Nathan
because
Drake?
that's who they cast originally, but then the movie took too long to make, and they just cast him as the older mentor figure instead.
Wait,
He's
they
still
made
the
another-
right age, though.
Wait a minute, they made another No Way Home trailer?
That's not a
Whoa.
good joke.
They're dope. PlayStation. That's just
So,
there for
one-
no reason.
Bias the action.
They changed the entire history of these two characters, and probably Nathan Drake's entire origin story, simply by this scene being in the trailer. In this scene in the trailer, Sully and Nathan are meeting for the first time. In the game, they meet when he's like 12. And they meet while he's like stealing something important, and that causes them to go on like their first adventure, and they become father and son sort of team, right?
Yeah,
In this, no, he's like 25 years old when they meet.
and they just sort of happen to. meet
We
each
knew this
other.
was going to be a prequel or set when he's very young, which is fine, but they just totally just changed the
Cool.
entire.
I can't wait to
continuity.
watch Worst Tomb Raider next.
Sam ruins all of the fun.
Yeah,
Well, we have like I have
no,
19%. Actually, I have 70% battery, so we gotta go.
Red Notice,
Seven
another
Red
trailer
Notice?
for this Netflix film with Dwayne. Remember we talked about this a few episodes ago.
Oh, it's got Ruin Reynolds.
Remember,
got
it's The
Rudy-
Rock and
it's
Ryan
got
Reynolds
Rudy
team up
Magooty.
to fight Gal Gadot, or for stop her from stealing a thing or something.
Oh,
The girl that's
so
good at fighting?
it's just like backwards. It's backwards.
Ambulance.
What is what?
This is Michael Bay's new film.
Skip it. Don't care.
Michael Bay,
Yeah.
our
cool.
best friend.
Boobs and explosions. you
Jake
already know.
Jake Gyllenhaal's in it.
This
I
I am excited for. This
think.
looks really cool.
Lightyear. The new trailer for the new Pixar film. about Buzz Lightyear, but not that Buzz Lightyear.
It's the guy that is the actual Buzz Lightyear.
But not the actual Buzz Lightyear, because he's not a real person.
The guy who is the fictional character that is Buzz Lightyear that the toy is based off
Within
in the universe of
universe.
Toy Story.
It's whatever.
It's convoluted.
Just go with
Just
it.
accept that it's a thing.
Okay, I thought that was the toy.
No.
And that's why I was like, why he looks so gross.
No, that's the guy that the toy is
that
supposed to be
makes more
based
sense.
on.
He will, of course, no longer be voiced by Tim Allen in this film.
Which is stupid, but okay.
It is now Chris Evans.
Which, if they didn't bring Tim Allen back for the reasons we think they didn't bring Tim Allen back, then why did they replace him with a person who has the same
Oh, no, he doesn't.
stuff that they disagree with?
No, Chris Evans is very...
Oh, Chris Evans. I was thinking Chris Pratt.
No, they're not Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
He's not working for them after Guardians 3.
Yeah.
It looks neat.
It looks cool. They had a cool 80s song.
I'm sure this is all of the finished animation they have.
Yeah, because
Because of Disney.
Disney, and that's how it
Looks
works.
funny robot.
This is a reference to the show, by the way. That little vine thing
That's
that just
cool.
happened there. I only know that because that's the one episode.
Do
of the show
you
that
think
I've seen.
Zurg's gonna be the villain or whatever?
He
However, that's his name.
might be, but I don't know. We'll see.
Here.
Could be.
I think this is probably where the whole Toy Story franchise is going, right?
Probably.
Just
Yeah.
Lightyear movies. Oh, by the way, you can't hear the audio, but they go to infinity, and then they don't say the rest.
No,
of it.
he says and then they go.
And then they don't.
Well,
gotta
you
say
know
it.
the thing.
I know the thing, but you gotta say it.
You know the thing. They know you know the thing. That's
I
why they
know.
didn't say it. All right, announcements. Eternals Hollywood premiere apparently has 2 post-credit scenes.
They didn't show them.
They didn't show them, but well, no, they did. They got wild, loud reactions. Is what it said in the news article.
Cool.
Also, Bella Porch was there for some reason.
Haunted.
Haunted
Sam, do you remember
Mansion.
the original Disney's Haunted Mansion film with Eddie Murphy?
No, that's a thing.
Yes.
I do. I remember.
All right.
They're doing another Haunted Mansion unrelated
They're
film.
releasing it next October.
Wow.
They got the official cast set. It's Owen Wilson, Tiffany Haddish,
Because of course.
Keith Steinfeld, Rosario Dawson, and our boy, Danny DeVito!
Man, if only they had Tim Allen, it would have been a perfect cast.
Dude. Danny, our boy, he'll probably be in it for 2 scenes.
Yeah, probably. No, he'll be the creepy guy who like owns the house. He'll be like, "Hey, that's me. I'm a crackhead. I
Yeah.
live here."
I trust
So-
the monster con.
Main character, Ghost Man,
And I eat garbage.
Ghost Man.
And I throw trash all over the ring.
So Sam. We have owner of mansion,
Yeah.
main guy,
No,
Which one's the girlfriend? I think?
wacky comedic ghost lady,
Yeah.
more scary but still comedic ghost lady,
That the main character also falls in love with, even though she's
Yeah.
a ghost.
somber, more contemplative ghost man.
No, bad ghost.
Ooh,
He's the bad ghost.
but he could also be the gravedigger guy. I think that could also be.
No, the gravedigger is the bad guy. That's the plot
Okay,
twist.
yeah, that's fun. Oh, I didn't make any more
I
slides.
didn't know there was a gravedigger, but now that I do know that
All
that's
right.
the thing, he's the bad guy.
I forgot to make more slides after this, so now you get to stare at a blank slide.
Cool. What else we got? Wonder Woman 3 officially in the works. Not surprising. Batgirl entering pre-production.
Yeah, they
I
made some
thought I already
announcements.
did, but okay.
Batgirl will have the full cowl and the red hair. So they're not giving another, like, the little...
coating.
They're not doing, like, the little domino mask. It's going to be, like, the full cowl.
Okay, cool.
And Jacob Scipio joins the cast. They didn't say who he's playing, but he's in the cast now.
Cool.
They also... Oh, I can probably find this. They also revealed some concept art for the Blue Beetle movie.
Which I am a fan of Blue Beetle from Young Justice.
He's cool.
And given it seems to be based on that
Yeah,
version
this
of the
was
character,
the
I'm actually
suit.
pretty hyped for this one.
That
That is a
revealed.
sick looking suit. I mean, it's looking a little... He's looking a little shiny for my taste. I'm hoping they tone down the shininess a little
Yeah,
I
bit.
mean, this
they
is
went for a
concept
more-
art.
they
But
went
it
for a
looks
more
cool.
Iron Man
It
look.
does look dope.
But I like
Blue
the
Beetle has one of the more unique suits.
Yeah.
So that's going to be pretty cool. It's probably going to be entirely
I'm
computer animated.
very glad they're not doing the original Blue Beetle, who is just a dude in a blue suit with a gun.
You don't like Ted Cord, my boy Ted Cord?
Does anyone even know who that is?
What's your superpower? Gun.
I have a gun and it shoots blue.
They also talked.
Well, it's weird
They also
if
talked a lot at DC Fandom, a lot about the new animated movies they have coming out. Battle of the Super Sons will be an animated direct-to-video animated film released in 2022. It'll be the first of their direct-to-video movies to use CGI animation.
Interesting.
They're also releasing a Teen Titans Go and DC Superhero Girls crossover film releasing in 2022. And a full-length, I believe, theatrical animated film based on the Milestone comics is in the works.
Which one?
What do you mean?
Which one?
Of the Milestone guys?
Yeah.
They just said, like, a lot of them. They didn't say it's going to focus on a particular one. It'll just use various characters. And there's also the Static Shock live-action movie, which is in the works with Randy McKinnon writing the script, who has worked on several Milestone comics.
And Michael B. Jordan.
And Michael B. Jordan producing. I think this is a direct to HBO Max film.
Michael B. Jordan will be the dad of whoever Static Shock is.
Yeah, he'll probably have a small role.
Yeah.
Jordan?
Will Poulter has been cast
As Adam Warlock.
as Adam Warlock.
Which
There he is.
Is
Interesting.
fine. Not what I was expecting,
I just
but
still see him as
A lot of people were like, it should be Zac Efron.
No.
But this is fine.
well, Zac Efron does look more like.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, but I don't like
they're gonna
Zac
paint
Efron
him
that
gold.
much.
So
yeah, it's
He
fine.
looks alright.
He'll be
he
fine.
looks okay.
He's
He'll
gonna
be
be super
good.
buff for it anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They'll jack him
We'll
up.
buff him up.
They'll give him all the
They'll give
roids.
him some
Alrighty.
Emily Blunt is in talks to join
Why do
Oppenheimer
we keep covering this movie?
because
Does
it's
anyone
Christopher
care?
Nolan,
So?
big director.
So?
Emily Blunt's gonna be in his new film,
Great.
Oppenheimer.
Oh, that's Jim's girl.
Hayden Christensen is returning as Anakin Skywalker in
Oh, Anakin Skywalker.
Sorry.
My favorite character in all Star Wars.
Is he with
Skywalker.
Is he with
Only
Obi-Wan
capable of
Kenobi?
moving sideways.
It's
It's Anakin Skywalker.
It's Anakin Skywalker.
He'll be back in
Kenobi.
the Ahsoka Disney Plus show.
Oh, you mean the
Yeah,
Ahsoka show, right?
Yeah, of course, Ahsoka.
Okay. Anyways,
Ryan Gosling will play Ken in the live-action Barbie film, opposite Margot Robbie, who will play
mean,
Barbie.
Cool, let's go.
makes
Next
sense. It's like he's just supposed to be buff dude that the girls are into. And that's like Ryan Gosling's like the go-to name for buff dude girls are into. So
It's true.
that all makes sense to me.
The Last Kingdom announces movie to be made at Netflix.
Cool. I like Last Kingdom. That's great. Good for them.
Dune, a movie we haven't seen yet, but I really want to see. Please give me time to see Dune.
What I've heard, I haven't seen it, but what I've heard is that it literally just like ends. It's like a TV show.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it just stops.
There's part one.
So
Yeah.
they're making part 2. It's announced.
Should've-
It's going to come out in October of 2023.
Should have just made it a show, but you know.
But it costs too much
who
money
am
on the
I?
actors.
Who am I to give advice?
They couldn't get Timothy.
All movie, okay.
Oh shoot.
They've delayed nearly every Marvel film on the calendar. Doctor Strange 2 has been delayed to May 6th, 2022. Thor Love and Thunder has been delayed till July 8th of that
I feel like
same
that's a better
year.
release date for that movie. Anyways.
Black Panther Wakanda Forever has been moved from that July date to November 11th, where the Marvels was, and the Marvels has been moved to February 17th, 2023, where Ant-Man was, and Ant-Man has moved till July 28th, 2023. The only Marvel film that was not moved was Guardians 3. It's still in May 2023.
Yeah.
Marvel films on
Okay.
the Marvel film scheduled for October 6th, 2023 has been removed from the schedule altogether. And the Marvel movie scheduled for November 10th, 2023 has been moved up a single week to November 3rd, 2023.
Further confirming that is Blade.
The other Disney movie that was moved was Indiana Jones 5, which was delayed an entire year to June 30th, 2023, because Harrison Ford is a 97-year-old man who hurt himself on set and delayed the movie filming by like 6 months.
Thank you. Very cool. The movie, okay, we got that.
The
what is-
IATSE and the AMPTP, which are both Hollywood unions,
Yeah.
have reached a deal to avoid a nationwide strike, which would have delayed productions unlike everything.
And what has led to the death of famed cinematographer, I don't remember her name,
What's
but
her face?
the one who got killed by Alec Baldwin because no one was on set to make sure that the gun didn't have bullets in it. Because apparently you need someone to do that,
We got
I
another,
guess.
Bruce Lee's son situation.
Except for this is even dumber than that. Okay, anyway.
No, have you read the Bruce Lee son situation?
Yeah.
They shot him on the set with a gun,
Yeah.
and then they just let him lie on the ground for 10 minutes because
thought
they
he was
thought he was
acting.
playing a
Yeah.
joke. and he was really bleeding out on the floor.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that he. Oh, wait, we don't have any fake blood. Oh, he's just acting. He's just
She's a
acting.
really good actor.
He's just really good.
No, but like this is like just
Yeah, they're both terrible.
totally been avoided.
She's not dead though. She's just in really critical.
No, she's dead.
Oh, I thought
That was like right after, but no, she. And the director was also injured.
Yeah.
that sucks.
The YouTube app on Roku devices is potentially going dark on December 9th. After the companies
'cause-
have continued to fail to reach
Because
successful negotiations.
Google doesn't want Roku to exist because they have Chromecast and they want you to buy a Chromecast, so they want Google out of business, so they're taking YouTube off of Roku. That's what's happening with that.
Oh.
So cool.
Kevin Feige says that the Venom 2 post-credit scene took a lot of coordination between Sony, Marvel, and the No Way Home producers. Obviously,
This sparks theories that Venom will appear in No Way Home, which
he'll be in the post-credit
probably,
scene.
or he'll just be in the movie.
Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. Sony sets 2 more
Spum.
That's so close to being terrible.
Sam.
Movies.
Sam, that's the acronym for the Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters.
And 2
Technically,
letters
it's
away
Spunk.
from not good.
Technically, it's Spunk
That's even worse.
with a C,
That's so much
but
worse.
we took it off because.
You see, you basically just made it into the word it shouldn't have been.
But Spum sounds funnier.
All right. Anyways,
So they've set 2 films in 2023 on June 23rd and October 6th.
Venom and Sinister Six.
well,
for those of you who
so,
don't know, because that's what it's going to be.
Craven the Hunter is already coming out in February of that year.
Yeah.
That's already scheduled.
So it's Venom 3.
I don't know
and
what's on
Sinister
June
Six.
23rd, but the October 6th is definitely Venom 3 because the other 2 came out and that's
Yeah. All right. Box office time. Dune. 40 million. Domestically, but
for those of you who speak English, Dune opened to $40 million opening weekend here in the United States,
and has reached,
which was pretty
goal.
good. That was around on track to where it was going.
yeah.
Did pretty good on HBO Max. Didn't do great, but did fine.
I feel like this is a movie that people would want to see in theaters.
It reached $200 million globally. It had the best opening weekend for any HBO Max day-and-day debut of all their movies this year. So that's
It's
That's
a great
pretty good.
strategy.
so that's one of the reasons Dune is getting that sequel.
All right, movie or TV thing. Young Justice Phantoms, first few episodes. Alien racism is the plot.
We'll come back later.
Stop being racist to aliens, guys. It's a
So
real
the
problem.
white Martians are the ones that are being like the metaphor for the disenfranchised class. The green Martians blame them for all the terrorism, and then the red Martians are like the ruling class. And then Miss Martian being a white Martian and green Martian hybrid is sort of caught in the middle, and also marrying a non-Martian, which just throws a whole nother wrench into the whole situation.
It's a lot of drama.
It's a lot of drama. Beast Boy's just sort of also there,
And he's also grumpy.
and he's grumpy, and he's like a little frog thing.
You discriminate against us. Look, guys, I'm a frog. Whee!
Yeah. So I mean, it's been good though. I mean, they're handling it well. It's going good. It's a good show. Watch it.
Apple event, Sam.
Apple event.
What happened at the Apple event?
So okay, they released. Yeah, that wasn't part of the Apple event, but they did announce new AirPods 3, which are the same as AirPods Pro. Just take off the noise canceling, take off the pass-through mode, pull off the rubber tips. Same thing. They do have the spatial audio, so when you move your head, it moves with the thing. You know.
Yeah, I don't think
Very
people
cool.
understand that these are AirPods 3 and not after AirPods Pro. Like AirPods Pro.
Yeah,
is such
AirPods
a
Pro
thing.
are still better than
Like,
these.
People are like, oh,
They're
they're
just
better
different.
than the AirPods Pro. I'm like, yeah, they're AirPods 3, not AirPods Pro. It's a different thing.
Yeah, it's not AirPods Pro 2, it's AirPods 3. Anyways, so that's the thing. They also released the new MacBooks, which for the first time in like forever are actually like better than every Windows laptop. They have ports now. Like other ports that aren't just USB-C ports. Like more ports than this laptop has, which is pretty insane for an Apple computer. It does have a notch, which is dumb, but whatever. Apple's got to do one thing that's Apple. They have new M1 Pro and what I think is the worst named CPU of all time, the M1 Max, which is better than the M1 Pro.
I'm in a computer.
But now, if you want to talk about these computers, you have to say it's the M1 Max Max, because these Macs have the M1 Max. So they're the M1 Max.
Hey, guys, hear about those Max, the M1 Max? It's really good M1 Max.
Would you guys have any of the Max? Can I max out the specs on that M1 Max? Yep, thank you. Cool.
Yeah, really max out
So
the specs.
they have, I mean, they look crazy. They have like 21-hour battery life. They have GPU performance that's on par with like DGPUs.
And didn't they go back to the touch, not the... Like,
They don't have the touch bar anymore. They have actual keys, which is nice. So that's all cool. Oh, and they brought back MagSafe charging, which they never should have gotten rid of to begin with. So that's all very cool. Facebook is changing their name, sort of. So in a move very similar to the Google Foundation of Alphabet Inc., Facebook is making their own parent company that is going to be owning them and also everything else they have. That will be more metaverse focused, because if Mark Zuckerberg can't own everything in the real world, he'll just make his own world and own everything there. So that's literally what he's doing. That's all cool and good and whatever. Awesome. Rumor time! World War Hulk. Movie in the works at Marvel Studios, maybe.
Can they actually
Why
make
not?
it?
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
Maybe.
Would they do it and just wait for Universal to sue them? Probably.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Cool. That's it. That's it.
No, Sam.
What else do we have?
There is more news.
What else do we got? Why is
That
it
happened either since we've updated
nope.
the computer.
That's it. That's the end of the news for today.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's the one.
All right. Bye.
What was the last thing? See, told you. Should have skipped the super pets. I have 6% left too. I don't know why I died.
And that's it, everybody.
What was your last thing?
Ow.